show where they stand in life. I'll make sure people know where I stand. Oh, I forgot to tell you one thing. Every time that I just need like a 20-second break to just adjust the guitar or my hair, that's when you guys are allowed to go to Facebook. Okay? And you start by going to Mike Tramp Official, because I realized somebody had already taken Mike Tramp. I couldn't just be myself. I had to be official. The same thing, I don't twit. But there's 3 other people that twitted my name. So I always, anytime I go into Walmart, I always have to look around my shoulders. I wonder, that's the guy who tweeted that shit. No, it's not me. Okay. So always make sure to start by going on my Tramp Official. Say, hey man, I kind of like that. That always helps, okay? Where's your usually half the fucking audience are like, and then it says, okay, well then I can't use that joke.
Lady of the valley, can you hear me cry? In the stillness of the night, I have lost my brother in the fights and war, and my soul has broken down. I cry, but no one seems to hear. Staring to the light, but all I feel is fear. In the night I cry to the lady of the valley, 'cause I die without the lady of the valley. Of the valley, can you bring him back to the days when we were kids? Once we were together, we stood young and strong, but now it seems so long ago. To break the spell, and there's a sign that I follow, and then I slip into your seat, and I brought my fallen brother, and I laid him, yes I laid him at your feet.
you know, like late 70s when Van Halen were on the top and coming on, you know, you always know, what if Roth had come in, let me see your Facebooks! Wouldn't have worked. Wouldn't have worked. None of that stuff would have worked.
Here I stand, all alone, trying to fight the pain for my broken heart. Why she left me, I don't know. It really doesn't matter anymore. Thought our love could last forever, but here I stand lost and all alone. There is light even after a broken heart. You can't fight the pain from a broken heart. Broken heart, start a new day with no alone. You know I'm gonna break away this broken heart. I'll be a woman, gonna take her home, and I'll pick up the pieces. I start all over again. I know that life will be much better. I know that the sun it will shine again. Ah, baby, I know there is light even after a broken heart. Broken heart, you can't fight the pain from a broken heart. Broken heart. No, I know that life will be much better. Yeah, I know the sun it will shine again. Oh, baby, I know there is light even after a broken heart. Broken heart, you can't fight the pain from a broken heart. Broken heart, there is light even after a broken heart. You can't fight pain from a broken heart. Broken heart. Da 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 da
Another little thing here, I'm traveling across the USA all by myself in a rental car, doing everything by myself. This is one of those kind of things. At times, it gets a little tough, but at most time, I conquer it, you know. But there was one particular issue that I was a little bit unsure about. I know it's been a hot day, man. You were probably all early work, right? Yeah, I know, so was I. So I got and this is, and I asked my agent, how the fuck do I stand up on stage with a straight face and say this to the audience? You know, he says, dude, there is a simple solution to that, and it's plain and simple. All you need to do is watch one season, any season of Family Jewels, and after that, anything you say or do on stage will be accepted because you will never sink that low. I says, okay, that's good. So plain and simple, right after the show, as soon as I put my guitar safely away, I'm gonna come meet and greet you guys. It's gonna be down in the back. I got my albums, I got my t-shirts. If you don't want any of that stuff, I'll still give you a big ass bear hug, and that's for free. It's not a kiss show, okay? And then we'll exchange old stories, and you can say, "Hey, I remember seeing you with stuff like this," and things like that. You know, as long as you don't come with a teenage kid and say, "Here, Dad."
Girls in town, baby, you and me, we gotta work it out. Whatever it should be, it feels alright. But somewhere deep inside, you don't know how you feel. You don't know if it's real. Do you want it? Do you need it? Love don't come easy. Do you want it? Do you need it? Love don't come easy. Goes the time when you and I one day not knowing if love will take us all away suddenly. Well, you feel you must decide if we should carry on with what we just begun. You know that it ain't always easy. You know that it ain't always right. Well, I find a place in your heart. Do you want it? Do you need it? Love don't come easy.
That's one of those big ass epics, and I remember writing that song with Vito, sitting there every time we didn't know where to go. Let's just throw in another guitar solo. Let's change the key and the tempo. And sometimes when I'm standing up here doing the Johnny Cash version, I feel a little empty. Feels like I've entered a school play voluntarily doing Lord of the Rings, except for none of the hobbits have shown up, and suddenly I'm standing here. How the fuck am I going to convince the audience that this is what I'm doing? And somehow, I gotta pull through. And since I said earlier, tonight, in my case, we're putting the 80s to sleep once and for all. This is one of those. There'll be plenty of other bands coming here still believing it's the 80s, but you know, that's not my problem. And see, the thing was, I have been moving all my life, and it's fucking horrible, and I collect 1,000 cardboard boxes, taped up, labeled and stuff like that. And prior to this tour, I says, you know what? I need some inspiration. I just need to dig into one of these boxes and see what lurks in there. Go through it all, and then I see this big box that's got pink gaffer tape on it. I said, did I say to myself. As I got close, I could see it just said, the 80s. I says, okay, that's it. I'm gonna fucking open that box. Got out the box cutter, but before that I realized that I had toured with Motley Crue and some of those other bands. I says, I better wear some protective gear and put a mask over my face. And I remember as I sliced the box open, it was kind of like that scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark when the Germans finally got a hold of the Ark. And they opened it up and it's like, oh. The whole room just filled up with green smoke. I stood there. Wow. That's been a long time. Open the box. The first foot in the box are Hit Parader magazine, Circus magazine, Metal Edge magazines. I really don't know why I'm getting that big cheer about that, but anyway. And I go and I said, what the fuck did you collect all those magazines for? And you know, and then there's one of those scenes like when you're at the Walmart picking up that 10-gallon detergent and some extra large bucket of peanut butter, and you're at the counter and somebody else is in front with 20,000 pieces or something, and it's just like, you pick up a magazine. Let me just see what Bruce Jenner is doing. Oh, okay. And you just go through one of those things. So I said, let me just take a look. And I just grabbed any magazine and went this. And I swear to God, the first 10 minutes is just blonde hair. It's just blonde hair. That's all you see is blonde hair. And I realized as I stopped, I says, holy shit, that's all the singers. That's Brad, that's Vince, that's Sebastian. Oh, that's me. I said, wow, that's all the singers. And then the next half hour is jet black hair. That's the rest of the band. And that, you know, perfectly puts the 80s in a box set. Okay, that's what and then just as I'm about to close the magazine, I realize there's 2 pages left in the magazine. Reserved for curly hair, the keyboard player. Plain and simple. And I says, that explains it all. The keyboard player was always side stage. He didn't have the right hair. He didn't look cool. When you start playing keyboard, you know, they're not guitar. Keyboard player side stage. I says, holy shit, that's kind of racist. Yeah, but that's the way it was. And then the next layer is the clothes. Okay, and a lot of people like once in a while to talk about the fabric called spandex. And I just like to clear that up, that my pants were made out of the same stuff as the bat suit, not spandex. And after 25 years in a cardboard box, it had disintegrated itself. And all I saw was a big rubber ball with an open zipper. Don't forget I was from the 80s, okay? And I just looked at this. That's what's left. That's what's left. And at the bottom of that box were like 3 boxes of cassette tapes. All of them detailed listing of the songs that Vito Bratta and myself have written for White Lion. That was what I was looking for. And I'm sitting there, this is how much time has passed by. I'm sitting there for the next 3 hours, try to shove it into my laptop and see what's not working here. Yes, dude, we've come a long way, man. So now I need to find myself a cassette player when I get home and go through all these tapes and see what kind of magic hides itself.
Going home tonight and everything be alright. 'Cause when I open up the door, you be waiting. I've been in this hell forever. I don't even know how long. And there were times I thought I never would hold you in my arms again. But now that everything is over, and I'm finally out of here, will I be going home tonight and everything be alright? 'Cause when I open up the door, you be waiting, and you will keep me warm at night, and you will make me live again. When I'm going home tonight, and you be waiting, I know I always will remember every word we said that night. And when the morning came, I had to go. Oh, but baby, I didn't wanna say goodbye. As I leave this place behind me, there's a smile on my face. 'Cause I'm going home tonight, and everything will be alright.
going to test your patience. Right? Can you guys hang for a story with a little bit of length? All right? I promise it's going to have an end. Okay? There might be times when you go, where's he going with this story? That's a test. That's a test to see if you came with it. But I kind of feel that the story kind of has to do with the song and the reason for the song. So it's just one of those things. Just hang with me, guys, okay? Don't go anywhere. There's no place to go right now. I'm going to start by taking you guys, this is scary, I'm going to start taking you guys back to 1976 when this person got into his first band, okay? At age 15 and a half. I know for sure that there was nothing I had planned on. I basically got roped, lassoed, and kidnapped as I walked down the street. But, you know, it just happens. And back in those days, it was legal to do that kind of stuff. It wouldn't have happened today. And shortly after I got into this band with 3 guys 10 years older than me, we got a job supporting a big famous band coming into town. They didn't tell us who it was. We drove into Copenhagen, which is where I'm from, and there it said on the concert marquee, tonight, exclusive, Richie Blackmore's Rainbow. This is 1976 for you true rock and roll fans. I know, big year for rock and roll. I could mention a lot of albums, but this story goes in. We're sitting on the front row watching the sound check. And this was the days when guitar players really played loud. Not 80s loud. 80s loud just looked like it was loud, but this was really fucking loud. Blackmore ripped my ears apart. But regardless of how loud it was, my eyes and ears were fixed on the man in the middle with a microphone, barely 5 feet tall, but with the voice of gods, dragons, demons, and angels all put together. His name was Ronnie James Dio. Okay, I got you now. If they were done with that first song, I want to know which of the rest of the guys is. There's no fucking way we're getting up on stage. They would have lynched us, kicked us out of town, and I would have been ruined for life, like Macaulay Culkin was plain and simple, ruined for life. So we came up with a lame-ass excuse because the truth of the matter was we probably were a little bit closer to the Bay City Rollers than we were to Rainbow. And it was just not a good mix in those days. Later on, 17 years later, my band, After White Line called Freak of Nature, gets invited to tour with Ronnie James Dio. Right? They're very psyched about that. And one of the great things about touring with Dio in Germany, for example, is that it's 99% guys with death metal t-shirts, folded arms, and they look up at you like really scary, like, we're not gonna unfold our arms. So there ain't no such thing as a backstage party going on in a tour like that. So we have a lot of time to sit and drink tea and coffee with Ronnie and talk about rock and roll. So that became our band. Then on the final night, and I know you guys have seen documentaries and heard stories like this from other bands, you play a prank on each other just to let the other band know that, hey, just in case you don't forget us. And when we were on stage, Ronnie James' road crew demolished the entire stage, took all our instruments away, and I think by the 3rd song, all that was left on stage was a hi-hat, and the band was standing around going, are we still following the set list? Of course we weren't. We went down to the dressing room and then we sat and says, okay, now it's going to be our turn. What can we now do to Ronnie James Dio so he remembers us? And then one wise guy stood up and says, yes, but let's not forget, this is the holy diver we're talking about. We can't just do any shit to him. This is our rock and roll hero here, man. This is our rock and roll hero. We can't just go up there and dump 20 gallons of pig's blood over him, even though it maybe would fit the environment, but no. So we scratched a lot of things off the list. But I came up with a brilliant thing here. I'll be back. There's something about these bottles today. It's basically just a plastic bag with water, and I sometimes got to be careful of how I grab a bottle. There's a lot of places you can cut down on things. I don't think they should get the plastic any thicker in water bottles. They're already charging enough for it. I'll get back to you. Maybe you could put a little bit of gin in just for the fuck of it. So Ronnie James Dio on that tour had a song called Jesus, Mary, and the Holy Ghost. And when Ronnie James Dio writes songs like that, there's no confusion. It's not metaphoric or anything like that. It is exactly what the song is about. It says, this is what we need. We need a classic Easter parade. The kind of thing you might see in a mall sometime, around Easter, of course. Get in there, somebody's dressed up as Jesus with a cross. And then the band goes to me and says, but we're in Germany, and it's Sunday. Where the hell are we? They don't have Walmart here. Where are we going to get this kind of costume? And I says, guys, you let me down. I was raised on MacGyver and the A-Team. I've seen Mr. T build a Black Hawk helicopter from a lawnmower, a tent, and 3 rolls of gaffer tape. There's got to be some imagination in this band here. And I says, yeah, you're right. So we built this whole gear then. We take 2 dressing room benches and we turn them into a gigantic cross. It has to be 18 by 12 feet. Unbelievable. We can't even get it out the door, so we have to somewhere to connect it outside. And now we're ready. Even the drummer was as far as to dress up as Casper the Ghost. Even though I said to Johnny, the Germans don't know Casper the Ghost. He says, I know, but Ronnie does. And he had a point, had a great point. Might as well throw everything we can. Now, Ronnie James Dio, there was a rumor going on that he had never sung a bad note in his life. And I stood there every night watching him. The guy was beyond anything. It was so fucking perfect. That is definitely a rumor. But back in 1993, there were no such thing as Google search engine or Yahoo or MSN or all those kind of things. But we couldn't verify those kind of things. But 2 years ago, when I'm sitting in my hotel room after watching 5 episodes of reruns of the Kardashians, says I need a break. So I open my laptop and I type in Ronnie James Dio sings a bad note. Click. It's searching, really searching. And up pops at least 20 video clips of Paul Stanley singing Love Gun. I didn't ask for that. You can't even trust the internet anymore. I says, it's probably my fault. Probably my fault. So I type it in again, this time lowercase. Search. Now there's some video of myself. And I go, holy shit, why did I start here? Close the laptop, and let's just forget this whole thing. But I'm not proud to stand before you. I might even be a little bit ashamed to say, not just was I there the only night that the great Ronnie James Dio sang his only bad note, I also happened to be the one who caused it. Because as he was getting into the song, we entered from the stage with me in the front as Jesus Christ. All I had was a hand towel pulled up pretty tight and gaffer tape 3 times around because I don't trust my band. Okay, I don't trust my band. Carrying that big ass cross, some aluminum foil around my head, and you know, it's good enough to convince Germans who you are, man. They're used to crosses there, okay? And I think we knocked the bass player down as we got in the States, but Ronnie hadn't seen it, and he's still doing the devil's horn to everybody, and the Germans are getting into it, and then he grabs the microphone and just about to let that tone out of it. He looks over and he goes, "Woo!" and they fucking crossed just like, freeze! Like Jurassic Park. Nobody move! And we turned around and ran to the hotel bar and sat there drinking for 2 hours, and Ronnie comes in with a band and some big roadies, and we said, shit, this is not gonna be good. And he looks at us with, that is the funniest thing I have ever witnessed. And everything was cool after that. 5 years ago, when we lost the great Ronnie James Dio, and of course at that moment we called him our friend, I felt that I want to write a song for this man. Not a tribute like all the people are doing. Let's just do another song that sounds like Dio. We already have Dio, we don't need any more. It's a song about his life, because I was a true follower from the beginning until the end. So this is called Hymn for Ronnie. Just stand there, enjoy it. Don't worry about the hockey or the basketball, it's just the first game, okay? Remember this great man who gave us rock and roll, who stood up for rock and roll, who were rock and roll, Ronnie James Dio.
On a misty May morning, somewhere in LA, the man on the silver mountain faded away. Angels had come when most expected peace. Oh, a new journey began. Ronnie, rest in peace. And thousands came to honor the elf that became a king. Protest on a sidewalk inside, good friends would sing. Ride away on your rainbow through the gates of Babylon. Heaven and hell, they know you well, yes they do. Sing us a song, you're the singer. Oh, your voice will live on. Yeah, you might be the last in line, but you will always shine. You said long live rock and roll, and from that day on the path was laid. Oh, we sold our soul, price we proudly pay. You knew the mob rules, led by neon nights. Oh, you raced as well and made us all your rock and roll children. We dragons by your side, oh, you sat on your throne, commanding us all to stand up and shout, 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 shout. Ride away on your rainbow through the gates of Babylon. Heaven and hell, they know you well, yes they do. Sing us a song, you're the singer. Oh, your voice will live on. Oh, you might be the last in line, but you will always shine. question. There's something I need to know. Oh, did Richie Blackmore ever thank you for making his rainbow glow? What was he thinking when he told you to go? Oh, didn't he know we follow you wherever you put on a show? You gave new life to Black Sabbath, was a sign of a Southern Cross. Never again would children be lost to the sea. So ride away on your rainbow through the gates of Babylon. Heaven and hell, they know you well, yes they do. Sing us a song, you're the singer, your voice will live on. Or you might be the last in line, you will always shine. Why did they fear you? Those holy men in black, all they blamed and accused you. The light in the black. Come on, holy diver, go on and give them hell. Born a true survivor, you didn't need no wishing well. So long, Ronnie, thank you from us all. They will all welcome you in that great hallowed hall.
As I'm standing, practicing, not maybe practicing, stretching my fingers, exercising my voice, my daughter comes into the room, sits down, and they meet when I'm doing this song. I said something like this, and after the song, she looks at me. She's 9 years old and goes, "Daddy, what is this song about?" And I explained to her that this is somebody that Daddy really looked up to all the way from the beginning. Great singer, probably one of the best, guy who sang about dragons and fairies and all that. She's like, can you write a song like that for One Direction? And I'm really in a jam right here, man. How the hell am I gonna get out of this without breaking that little precious heart and make her hate me for the rest of my life? So I'm standing there, what would Gene do? Oh yeah? I said, no, Gene would probably just buy his way out of it. I can't do that. And then the light bulb went on in my head and says, okay, I think I have a way out. I said to her, baby, remember Justin Bieber? And she says, yes. Remember, you used to like him and Daddy bought you 3 different iPhone covers, bed covers, posters, t-shirts, and then one day you came to Daddy and says, he's got tattoos, he smokes weed, and he's been arrested. I don't like him anymore, and we have to throw it all out. Remember that? Yes, yes. Well, same thing's going to happen to One Direction. She started crying. There's no way I can get out of it. She still hates me from time to time.
We're